Hello students, welcome back to our channel. This is Madhuri Taneja and in today's lecture we will study chapter number 5 of geography, that is water. Now you all know that the earth's surface is covered 71% with water and only 29% with land. This means major portion of the earth's surface is covered with water. So water is available in abundance on the surface of the earth, and this is the reason why the earth is known as the blue planet or the watery planet. Now the watery part of the earth is known as hydrosphere, and hydrosphere includes the water in all the three forms on the surface of the earth. It includes water in the water bodies like oceans, seas, rivers, etc. It also includes the underground water. It even includes water vapor in the atmosphere. So the water in gaseous form is also included. And it also includes the water in the form of ice. That is, it includes the ice sheet of the mountain regions. So the water in all the three forms, that is solid in the form of ice, liquid in the form of water drops, and gaseous form in the form of water vapor. All the three forms, all the three states of water are included in the hydrosphere. That is, these all form of water is the part of the hydrosphere. So next we have water cycle, or you can say hydrological cycle. Now the question is, what is water cycle? It is the endless interchange of water between the sea, air and land. Or in simple words you can say, it is the continuous process in which water changes from one form to another, and it begins from the surface of the earth, goes to the atmosphere and come back to the surface of the earth. This is the never ending process. That is why it is known as a cycle. So what is water cycle? Water cycle is when the water changes from one sphere to another, from one state to another, from water bodies like oceans, seas, rivers, etc. Basically, it includes various processes, like it includes evaporation, condensation and also precipitation. So what happens in the water cycle? First of all, the water in the water bodies. For example, in this diagram you can see ocean is there. Suppose this is a water body. The water in the water body, due to the heat of the sun, gets evaporated. So now this water will be converted in the water vapor due to evaporation. So the water is converted from water drops into water vapor. Now what will happen? These water vapor will rise upward with the air. So after that what will happen? सबसे पहले तो जो भी वाटर बॉडी में वाटर है वो सन की हीट की वजह से वेपर बनेगा. वेपर जो है वो एयर के साथ ऊपर जाएंगे. नाउ एट एन एल्टीट्यूड, एट सम हाइट, condensation will take place. Condensation means when the water vapor will be converted back to water. अब water vapor वापस से क्या बन जाएंगे? Water बन जाएंगे, and the clouds will be formed at high altitude. And after some time, precipitation will take place, that is, the rain will take place. This is the water cycle, where water सबसे पहले किस में चेंज हुआ? वेपर में चेंज हुआ. वेपर ऊपर जाके क्लाउड्स बने तो वापस से वाटर ड्रॉप्स बनी, एंड फिर से वो पानी जो है अर्थ सरफेस पर वापस आ गया. दिस इज द नेवर एंडिंग साइकिल. नाउ हियर द रोल ऑफ सन इज ऑल्सो देयर. Here the role of plants and trees is also there, because evaporation takes from the surface of the leaves also. It's not the case ना कि जो water evaporate होगा वो सिर्फ water bodies का होगा. Transpiration is also there, right? Snow is also there. So different factors are there, but what is basically the water cycle? Water cycle is जब water different forms में change होगा, from gaseous state to liquid state, or from solid state to gaseous state, that can also be there. From solid to liquid can also be there. Like जो आपका glaciers पर जो ice है, जो mountain पर ice है, because of the heat of the sun, that will melt. And here also the water is changing form. अब वो melt होगी पहले ice melt होने के बाद उसके vapors बनेंगे. That can also be there. So the process continues. Continuously water gets changed from one form to another. This is known as water cycle. Next we have sources of water. So what is sources of water? Sources of water is the sources from where we get the water. Water on the earth's surface has two forms, either fresh water or the saline water. Fresh water is that water which is fit for drinking, and saline water which is not fit for drinking. Now sources of fresh water, that is from where we get the fresh water, these are rivers, ponds, glaciers, ice caps, springs, etc. Saline water is found in the various water bodies like oceans, seas, lakes, etc. Now the question is, why the water is saline? First of all, saline means the water which contains salt, that is khara pani. This is unfit for the human consumption and even for animals or plants consumption also. So water is saline because it contains large amount of dissolved salts. For example, sodium chloride, magnesium chloride, calcium sulfate, calcium carbonate. These all are the examples of different salts, and the most famous or the most common is sodium chloride, that is NaCl. This is the largest constituent of the dissolved salt in the water bodies. This is the salt which we use at our homes also. But in that water, in the water of the water bodies like oceans and seas, this salt is in very large amount, which makes the water unfit for our consumption. Now what is salinity? The amount of dissolved salts in the seawater is known as salinity. If the dissolved salts are more, then we will say that salinity is more. And if the dissolved salts are less, then we will say the salinity is less. So what is salinity? It is usually expressed as the number of grams of dissolved salts per 1000 grams of water. It varies from one place to another and it is affected by various factors. Maximum salinity is found in the areas which are near the Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn, because the tropical areas are found with the highest salinity. The various lakes, or you can say the water bodies which are found in these areas, are Great Salt Lake. It has the salinity of 220, Dead Sea 240, Lake Van in Turkey 330 per 1000. So basically salinity is that thing which makes the water unfit for human consumption and even for the plants and animals consumption also. Now we have discussed that water is available in abundance on the surface of the earth. So when we have so much of water, why there is a need to conserve water? Why we face shortage of water? जब इतना सारा पानी है, अर्थ 71% वाटर से कवर्ड है, तो पानी इतनी प्रॉब्लम क्यों है? क्यों हमें वाटर को कंजर्व करना है? This is because of distribution of water on the earth. First of all, we have 71% of the earth's surface covered with water, but maximum part, even 97% of that water is in the form of saline water. That is, it is in the oceans, seas and very big rivers where the salinity is much more. So you can see here distribution of water on the earth. You can see ocean covers 97% of the water and this water is saline in nature. Then we have the remaining 3%. That remaining 3% of the water is fresh water. Whatever water we are having, uska 97% ocean में है, that is saline. Now the remaining 3% that is fresh water, which means we can consume that water. But उस 3% में से भी जो fit for consumption है, उसमें से 2% भी is in the form of glaciers or ice caps. So 3% water is fit for drinking. उस 3% में से 2% जो है that is in the form of glaciers. Or you can say it is in the solid form. अब अगर वो ice की form में है तो that cannot be used. After that only 1% is left. Only 1% of the earth's surface, water of the earth's surface is there for our use. When we have so much of water, out of that so much, we only have 1% that is fit for our use. Now from that 1%, 0.001% is in the form of rivers, 0.0019 is in the atmosphere, that is in the form of vapors, and 0.009 is there in some salt lakes, and only 0.009 is in freshwater lakes, 0.68 is groundwater. So we have very little water. Even after having 2/3 of the earth's surface covered with water, we have a little portion of the earth's surface with us that is fit for our consumption. So this is the reason why we face shortage of water. This is the reason why there is scarcity of water. So we have water scarcity. Water scarcity means shortage of water at some places. Even though there is more water than land on the earth's surface, yet many countries are facing water scarcity. What are the reasons? First, of the total volume of water, only 2.5% is fresh water. This I have already explained. Of this 2.5%, 70% occurs as ice sheets and glaciers. It means कि major portion जो fresh water का है वो ice की form में है. Availability of water resources vary over space and time due to variations in seasonal and annual precipitation. It means हर place पर जो water का distribution है वो same नहीं है. At some places the rainfall is much more. Precipitation बहुत ज़्यादा है, लेकिन कुछ places पर rainfall होती ही नहीं है और there is very little rainfall. तो कुछ places पर तो floods भी हैं और कुछ places पर water की availability बहुत कम है. Renewable water on the earth is constant while demand is increasing tremendously. We all know water is renewable source of एनर्जी. तो जो वाटर है वो अपने आप रीन्यूड हो जाता है, बट जो रीन्यूएबल प्रोसेस है दैट इज कांस्टेंट, और जो वाटर की डिमांड है इट इज़ कॉन्टिन्यूसली इंक्रीजिंग. नेक्स्ट वी हैव पॉल्यूशन ऑफ रिवर वाटर विच इज इंक्रीजिंग डे बाय डे. व्हेन द पॉल्यूशन इज इंक्रीजिंग अगेन वी हैव लिटिल वाटर available for our consumption. So this was the topic, water scarcity.